it many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A first down carry by Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Play action now, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. it didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Pollard going to try the right side. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hey, Rimley. Hey, 43.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's got room. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And I don't think he got there, no. Geez, short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
They'll get it to the fullback up the middle, and he will ball his way in there for the 2 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On play action, Prescott. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, kill. 47.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They run again with the fullback Burton. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. back to throw. Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Mahomes going to throw it here. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Second down at 5. Now Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.